just cut in when I feel something more.
Yeah. So, all right, we're live now, G. So, good morning, everyone. Bulletproof Mindset number 10. I'm about to get someone to make a nice little graphic. I already got something in my mind of what I want and how I want it to look. But this morning, Christina's on. Good morning, Christina. This morning, we are live with my boy, Gregory Scott of the Financial Fit Club.
Hello.
Christina, can you hear Greg? Keep talking, Greg.
Hello. This is Greg Scott here.
Lori just joined. Good morning, Joel. Good morning, Lori. Christina and Joel and Lori, could you hear Greg? Greg, keep talking.
Hey, this is Greg Scott from the Financial Fit Club. Hope you guys can hear me.
Yeah.
1, 2.
Yep, she said she can hear you. She said, hi, Greg. Christina's awesome. I ate her empanadas live. They were really good. All right, Joel said he can hear you. Joel is one of the best marketers in the world. I had the pleasure of meeting him out in San Diego. He is a fellow genius. And he, man, I think when I first heard Joel's story was on when you were doing a thing with Billy. I think he was doing like the coaching calls in the partner program. And that man went from, I think you left your job and then he went to like 10, 20 grand in a month, like banging the phones all day, LinkedIn. He's a beast. He's a beast. So, but it is impressive. He said he don't know about that. I'm always learning. We're always learning, man. But like you said, you're a humble guy. I'm a humble guy, man. It was a pleasure meeting you, and I'm just glad that I'm surrounded by the best marketers in the world, you being one of them, and of course all the people that we were out there in San Diego speaking with. So, thanks for jumping on this morning. Today there is no title. Outside of the fact I got one of my best friends in the whole world, Gregory Scott. Greg, how far we go back, man? How far we go back, Greg?
We go back to when I was 18, fresh out of high school.
Damn, you was 18?
Yeah, it took 13 years ago.
That's a long time. So I just been saying 10 plus.
Boy to a man.
Oh yeah. Well, tell them a little bit about your story, Greg. I want them to hear it straight from you. So Greg, before he tells the story, I said Greg is one of my best friends. I've known Greg for 15 years. He just confirmed he's the godfather of my son. He's a guy that I bounce a lot of ideas off of, someone that I talk about mindset regularly. And when I first started getting into personal development, he was the person that I had that I could talk to about a lot of these things because he's one of the few people that I knew that was doing it. Now I'm surrounded by a lot more folks. So real quick, Joel will definitely stay in touch. And what's up, Randy? Glad you jumped on. So go ahead, Greg. Tell them a little bit about your story, man.
All right. So I'm originally from Portsmouth, Virginia. I grew up in a somewhat poverty-stricken environment. My dad was a janitor. My mom was a stay-at-home mom, and following that, she became a substitute teacher. And we all know real teachers don't get paid much, so you can imagine what the substitutes get paid. So my financial situation coming up was a bit rough. So as I grew up, one of my main goals was to make sure I was financially stable for me and my family. Because of that, I sought out a lot of financial information. I go to every free workshop that comes in my area. You can ask Rod. I drag him with me all of them. If anybody comes locally with any type of information that deals with real estate, investing, making money, or anything around entrepreneurship, I'm signing up to go and I'm dragging Rod with me. So I started taking free financial classes, and then my wife did, and ended up hiring a financial planner. My finances was pretty rough at the time. I was living paycheck to paycheck, drowning in debt. Credit score was like a 4 or something. And after I got the financial planner, I really got serious about my finances. I was able to get my credit score above 800, eliminate all of my debt, save up 3 months.
Hold on. You said, hold on, Greg, hold on. You said you got your score over 800, right?
Over 800.
Damn, how'd you do that?
Some strategies that apply in the Financial Fit Club, the business I own. Several different strategies that you can apply to build your credit score is really depending on your personal credit profile and what things you need to build your score. But there's a lot of different strategies out there you can apply.
Where did you bring it from?
I learned from taking classes and going back to school and educating myself, burying myself in books and study.
What was your score before you, like, what was your low end score before you brought up the 800?
465.
Damn. So you damn near doubled it.
Yep, damn near doubled it. My wife's was pretty low also. She's up to a 787 now. She's right behind me.
Wow.
So we've got both our scores up to the upper echelon of credit scores, so you pretty much get the best rates on anything. So, you know, when they run the commercial for you, get the free car, no interest, all the perks. Yeah, you can get all of that.
Traps. So along the way, man, I mean, because I like you said, I've known you for a while, man, and I've seen your mindset grow and your perspective change. So in this journey on getting your finances together, what kind of mindset do people need to have? Like, share that with people, because the whole premise of what we're trying to do here is share our mindset so that can help somebody else. And in this and today, I mean, of course, it's always about, being grateful, appreciative, visualizing what you want. That goes into anything that you're trying to do. But what kind of mindset things that you can share with people that helped you so that you can help them get to where they're trying to go in their financial journey, or just period in life, because you're always about moving up and progressing.
So this just applies to life in general, but of course I apply it to my personal finances. I'm the get the mop guy. And when I refer to get the mop, when we have accidents or trials in life or situations or roadblocks, I view it as spilling milk. You're in the kitchen, you pour this big glass of milk, you turn around and inadvertently knock it over. Milk goes everywhere on the kitchen floor. Now, some people will jump up and down and be like, oh man, shit, drop the milk, and start fussing. Yeah. And meanwhile, this milk is spreading all over the floor. It's now then running to the living room, and now it's getting into your carpet. Now your carpet is going to spoil. And then you have some people, when the milk falls, first thing they do is run and grab the mop. I'm the run and grab the mop guy. Reason being, a lot of us, and myself personally in my young years in life, wasted a lot of time talking about the milk being spilled. And all that time could have been utilized with getting the mop, which would be the solution to your problem, and just mopping the milk up. So I can say for mindset, you want to spend the majority of your time concentrating on what that solution is and what you have to do to implement it to solve the problem, versus jumping up and down and fussing about the problem for the spilled milk.
I agree. And we had a few more people hop on. Scott, if you're still on, good morning. Chris, good morning. Happy birthday to your beautiful little daughter, and great seeing you again this morning. But I totally agree with you, Greg, and I had referenced it, like you said, a few days ago. I realized I'm going to get the mop guy, too. Like you said, you have to assess the problem, but jumping up and down, fussing, all those things don't get anything done. If you need 5 minutes to do that, if that's just you and you have to do those things, then take 5 minutes. After the 5 minutes is done, just take action, man. Do what you need to do to get to the next step. I mean, that's basically what you're saying, right, Jay?
Yep. And if you keep applying that strategy over and over again, roadblocks to come in life, you start to build more consistency. And as all entrepreneurs know, consistency is key. If you can produce on a consistent basis, you cannot help but progress over time.
Exactly.
There's nothing to it. You will progress. By getting the mop, you help your consistency stay intact. Because every time a problem comes up, you get the mop, pop the milk up, and keep going. You kind of stifle your consistency if you stand there and ponder about the milk being spilled. You're killing your consistency.
You've been using that one for a while too, and I like it. Like you said, it gives you a visual representation of what's happening. Like you said, the first time you explained it to me, like you said, it was going in the carpet, then the milk was spoiling all this, and like you said, that's all the problems that we're facing on an everyday basis. I mean, you just have to move forward. I mean, and for the people that are, like you said, jumping up and down, if that's the way you carry and operate yourself, it kind of, I don't know, it's like, I just like this, I don't like to call it spider sense, but like a sixth sense. When there's certain situations, there's certain negativity, and there's certain people, and there's certain things going on, I just can't help but feel like I have to get away. I just have this feeling like I'm always leaning to the door when I run across people that are like that. And it's not that I don't want to help them, but if they're not willing to help themselves, and even then, if you try to give them some wisdom, which, you don't have to listen to me. But obviously, if you're crying about your problem and someone's willing to give you a little bit of advice, if your first initial response is more complaining and reasons why, then you only got one round of that with me, and then I got to move on. I just hope I planted a good seed with you. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to reference the mock.
It was like you're pushing away from the mock. I have to push away from you because then I'm going to waste time.
Exactly. And also, Larry Brooks just joined. Good morning, Larry, if you're still on. Met Larry in San Diego. Again, one of the best marketers in the world. On here with a few. Joel and Larry Brooks, some of the best marketers in the world that I'm glad to have met and have spent time with. Guys that have strong mindsets and that are pushing forward in their lives. And essentially, that's all this is about. And I had to bring somebody on this morning because I get tired of hearing myself talk. I talk in my head all day long as it is. So I had to bring somebody else on. Like I said, I respect the hell out of Greg. He's a great friend. He's helping me tremendously with my finances right now. Because as you know, with the situation that I've mentioned plenty of times, between the foreclosure and the mounds of debts behind being out of work, I had to rebuild my financial foundation, and it's not done being built, but Greg has played a huge role in helping me get to where I'm trying to go. And if anybody on this live is in a situation, whether you're, Greg, I guess real quick, talk about how you can help people, and we'll go ahead and wrap this up and take some questions.
Okay, so I run a company called the Financial Fit Club. The name comes from most of us the majority of the population spends a ton of money on gym memberships, pills, potions, DVDs, tapes, workout equipment, you name it, to get fit. But we spend little to no money on our financial fitness or financial education or literacy. So, people go to the doctor once a year to get a physical, the dentist twice a year to get a clean. But none of us ever go get a financial physical. That's where the name of the Financial Fit Club comes from, and we give financial physicals. And the main ways we help our clients is saving on taxes, because the majority of the population is overpaying taxes. So through my experience, I see the two number one things that are preventing people from building wealth is overpaying their taxes and poor credit scores. So those are one of the two number one things we help clients with. We also help them get their money working for them, because a lot of us work hard for our money, but our money doesn't work at all. We have lazy money. So we need to put that money to work, because money doesn't get tired. It works 365 days a year, 7 days a week, 24 hours. It doesn't take any holidays off. So we got to put our money to work. So in a nutshell, we help people save on taxes, boost their credit scores, get their money working for them, and build that roadmap for financial independence. Because all of us can be financially free, but how many of us have a roadmap to get there? So that sounds like something you'd be interested in. I know you tag me in this post, tag my business page in this post. You can send me a message. We can get in touch and talk about the things we can do to help you become financially free.
Exactly. So yeah, like I said, don't be afraid to reach out to Greg if you have some questions about finances. Like I said, his mindset, seeing him evolve over 15 years. I think when I first met Greg, we used to work at the shipyard together. Greg was he was kind of the guy that he would do some work. He really didn't care much. He would do everything else, man. And then seeing him go from that and transform his mindset and the way he talked about things, the way he saw things, to rising up to being one of the top supervisors in the shipyard, one of the top quality assurance analysts in the shipyard. And, we're talking about people that have been there for 20, 30 years. People like us, we came up through the ranks, man, and we were definitely some of the best products of the apprentice school. And that's not from, granted, I'm saying it, and he's not saying about himself, but that comes from the peers and the people that we worked around. We busted our tail, and we rose to the top in our respective crafts. And that's what he's doing now in the financial space, and that's the journey that I'm on in the marketing space. And that's why I always acknowledge, the marketers that I'm working with. Like I said, Joel was on here, Larry was on here, his partner Tom Tran, some of the best marketers in the world, man. And you surround yourself with the best, you'll get the best. So again, if you guys need any help, Greg is tagging the post, Financial Fit Club's tagging the post. I don't promote anybody who I don't believe in, and I definitely believe in Greg, and I'll definitely have more folks on here. And if I put them up here, man, they're legit. And if you decide to let them help you, that's great. And if not, I'm glad that you stuck around and let them share their mindset and impart their, whoa, what's going on, Greg? impart their wisdom on you too. So for the most part, I'm gonna open it up to any questions. If anybody has any questions, other than that, we're gonna wrap this up. I appreciate Greg being ready because he didn't know until right when I called him that he was hopping on here. So stay ready so you don't have to get ready. That's what I like to say. Right, Greg? And I'll have you back on when you can actually do a live. And you can actually, I'll share my screen and have you on there. So, and you can see his face if you go to his page, but it's pretty cool to see people on the live while they're on the live.
Yeah, it is for me. Next time we definitely got to connect that way.
Exactly. So Joel said, great show. Keep providing amazing value. We all need to hear this stuff. I appreciate it, Joel, and I really appreciate you hopping on, man. And matter of fact, you and I need to talk because between the Gerard Marketing Group page and this Bulletproof Mindset post that we're doing, I definitely want to have you on a guest on both. So I'll definitely be reaching out to you, man, to see when I can get you on. And you can share some of your wisdom with us. You've been through some things, and you came out the other side the way all of us do. Everybody's story is different, and I appreciate everybody's grind, everybody's hustle. So look forward to having you on here if you'll let us have you. All right. But outside of that, anybody else got anything else today? Anything? All right. So last thing, Greg, we got to sign out with is let's go through Gabe, man. What are you grateful for? Awesome. What do you appreciate?
Life, man. I appreciate life in general. I appreciate my family, my kids, my wife. God.
You tearing up over there?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I said, are you tearing up over there? One day y'all gonna catch me crying on a live. Someone asked me the damn right question. I'm gonna tear up. I'm gonna put it down. And what's your vision, man? Last but not least.
My business is having a large team of financial trainers. Community get on the right track financially where they can build wealth for their family and generations.
Awesome. And Ryan McDonald just hopped on here. What's up, Ryan? We're about to hop off, man. My man Greg was just going through Gabe. So, all right, Greg, gratitude, appreciation, visualization, and we do that. Greg, you leave me hanging. I said gratitude, appreciation, visualization, and we do that.
What we got next?
To eat. You're just supposed to say every day.
Every day, baby. Every day.
All right. Well, again, I appreciate y'all hopping on. Does anybody have anything left? There's 4 people on here, and I really don't like hopping off if someone's on. And at the same time, it's time to move on. Like I told you guys yesterday, I was distracted as hell. Sales. And it boils down to being able to help more people. So if I'm not out there concentrating on sales, I'm doing a disservice to people that I could be out there helping because they're getting taken advantage of by somebody, if not just screwing themselves trying to learn this marketing thing and run a business at the same time. It's not it's simple, but it's not easy, as Billy likes to put it. So anybody have any questions? Anybody want to share what they're grateful for, what they appreciate, what their vision is before we roll off? I'll read it out loud for everybody else who's on the live to hear. And if not, we'll go ahead and call it a wrap. All right, Christina said, thanks for the motivation, Greg. Awesome. Christina, like his page, and I'm going to send him to like your page. Greg, her empanadas are awesome. And Greg's a vegetarian as well, for the most part, so I have to definitely hook you guys up so that he can try out your seafood empanadas. They were great, Greg.
Okay.
All right. You too, Ryan. Have a great day, man. Thanks for hopping on. And if anybody else want to share, say it again. Oh, somebody else. Anybody else want to share their vision, what they're grateful for, what they appreciate? We got 40 seconds left. Got to put a timer on stuff. Anybody going once, going twice? I'm going to like these comments because I appreciate all of them. Greg, I really do appreciate you hopping on here, man. And like I said, I appreciate having friends like you because especially where we were at, there weren't too many people, man, that we could talk to about things like what we're talking about now. And granted, we're surrounded by a lot more people that are into this, so we can put ourselves around the right people and continue to keep striving for greater goals. So I love you, man. I'll talk to you. Actually, I see you Saturday to talk more finances, so I'll see you on Saturday with the wife. All right, guys, we're out.
All right.
Bye.